Now to that gripping murder trial that we've been following in Arizona. Dating a killer. After lying and denying, Jodi Arias confessed to killing her ex-boyfriend, a devout Mormon. She says it was self-defense. Well, we are now learning new details about Jodi's life. ABC's Ryan Owens in court with the story.
She's the admitted killer so many can't keep their eyes off. Jodi Arias, the soft-spoken, small-frame 32-year-old who won a jailhouse Christmas caroling contest.
Oh, holy night.
And who cries every time prosecutors describe what she admits she did. Stab her one-time boyfriend Travis Alexander 27 times, slit his throat, and shot him in the head. Jodi grew up in the small city of Yreka, California. She dropped out of high school only to get her GED in jail a few years ago. She was an aspiring photographer. Her MySpace page includes several albums of pictures, including one called In Loving Memory of Travis Alexander.
Jodi wanted nothing but to please Travis.
Jodi's attorneys want the jury to believe she killed Travis in June 2008 in self-defense, that he abused her and she feared for her life when she attacked him in the shower of his Mesa, Arizona home. Travis's family and friends say Jodi was a stalker who killed him in cold blood. They say the 30-year-old was a successful businessman who overcame all the odds. His parents were drug addicts. He grew up occasionally homeless until he converted to Mormonism and turned his life around.
He actually had everything going for him. A beautiful home, beautiful car, a great income.
Travis kept a blog. His last entry just 2 weeks before his murder. He wrote about trying to find a wife. This type of dating to me is like a very long job interview. Desperately trying to find out if my date has an axe murderer pinned up inside her. Sadly, we now know Travis did date a killer. It's now up to the jury to decide if she killed in self-defense. Ryan Owens, ABC News, Phoenix.
Caught on camera, an escalator at a New Jersey commuter train station abruptly reversed direction, sending people into a panic. You gotta watch this. It was all caught on video here. The New York Times reports commuters were riding the escalator up at the Jersey City Pass station when this happened. Suddenly, it started going the opposite direction, going down. The malfunction sent a stampede of people down the moving staircase. 5 people suffered cuts, scrapes, and bruises in the confusion. A rogue kangaroo gave police the slip at the Melbourne, Australia airport. The 3-year-old marsupial evaded capture for about 2 hours after it was spotted by travelers on a pedestrian bridge in the airport. Just out there having some fun. It was eventually tranquilized by a wildlife officer. Many kangaroos actually live on the airport grounds there.
Now, ABC4's Pinpoint Weather, Utah's most accurate forecast.
Sweet deal. I love that right there. You know what else I love? Getting some holes to break in the cloud cover. So out in Tooele right now, you see the snow cover on the ground. That's been lending toward the recent shot of cold air. But the low clouds, fog history, some patches of blue sky before the sun goes down. We'll continue the clearing trend this evening before low clouds and fog reform. The thing is, 30 downtown Salt Lake, because we started off in the 20s this morning with the blanket of cloud cover. Now this evening we won't have that same cloud cover. So down, 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 down go the temperatures. Currently 27 Provo and Milford, 38 Cedar City, 54 St. George, 10 degrees in Vernal, 31 Rock Springs. Nothing on our Pinpoint Storm Tracker Doppler radar for the time being. We're going to wait for a storm system that's just offshore the Pacific Northwest. Initially, the waves of moisture that spin off of it are tracking eastward, kind of along interstates 90 and 94. But in time, these high pressures will slide eastbound. And that's going to open the door for this storm system to move on in. Probably doesn't arrive until the midday or the afternoon hours on Thursday for the northern part of the state. Not until Thursday night, Friday for the southern third of the state. Nonetheless, with high pressure still in control, we're still contending with that inversion. So you think warmer, the higher up you go. Actually, the inversion is between 6,000 and 8,000 feet. So below 6,000 feet, still below freezing. You get up toward Park City, 37 degrees tomorrow, but Alta, the base at least, is up above 8,000 feet, so it's a little cooler at 33 degrees, nonetheless still warmer than the valley. Elsewhere across the state, your Pinpoint regional forecast, and we will discuss snow. Even down in Dixie, I think St. George will pick up some snow Thursday night or Friday. Probably no accumulation, but there could be some black ice. Cedar City, probably about 3 to 6 inches. But tomorrow, lots of sun, and we're going to 39 degrees. Over toward the Canyonlands, it's a chilly one. Not as bad, though, as more recent days, though, with gobs and gobs of sunshine. Once the low clouds and patches of fog are history, in around Schofield, over toward the Ephraim, Gunnison, temperatures on into the 20s and 30s. Not terrible, but still shy of where we should be for this time of the year. Low clouds will give way to hazy sunshine. Vernal at 11 degrees, Roosevelt in at 16, starting the day off at minus 15. Well, even though it's colder, hazy sun will get us back closer toward 30 degrees, 29 Provo, 30 Orem, make it 29 Draper, 37 Park City, 29 Salt Lake, also in Centerville, starting the day off into the teens. And keep in mind, Cache Valley, chilly start, but 20s, maybe even close to 30 degrees for some of us. Your Pinpoint 7-day Wasatch Front forecast. Mixed precipitation arrives Thursday afternoon. Goes to all snow once the sun goes down. So we still have the haze tomorrow night into Thursday, but then the wind kicks up. We're 37 in advance of the front, 27 behind it. Heaviest of the snow, the lion's share of our 4 to 8 inches along that stretch of I-15 through the Wasatch Front. Thursday night, Friday morning. Tapers off Friday afternoon. There's some lake effect to contend with this weekend, so that'll add on to the accumulation, and then we'll dry things out early next week. But we're struggling. By Wednesday, that old pesky inversion may be back. I'm only the messenger. 56 warm degrees in Dixie tomorrow. Clouds on the increase Thursday. Late Thursday, it could start to rain a little bit. Goes over to snow later Thursday night and during the course of Friday. Probably no accumulation here on the road surfaces, but there could be some black ice. You get into the canyons just north of Dixie, could be at least a couple inches worth of snowfall, but even here we dry it out this weekend. Meanwhile, Cedar City and over to the Canyonlands, well, here comes the precipitation. Again, Cedar City, I think, is on the order of 3 to 6 inches. Canyonlands, probably just an inch or two, if that. I think the heaviest of the snow is going to run from the canyons just north of St. George, south-southwest to north-northeast into the high Uintas. And by the way, the Uintas and most of the northern and central mountains, 10 to 18 inches worth of snowfall during the Thursday, Friday time frame.
That's certainly some good news for this
weekend.
So
yeah, we trade the inversion in for snow. Terrible driving conditions, especially for the evening rush hour Thursday and morning rush hour on Friday. So that's something to keep in mind.
Okay, thanks, Jim.
Yep.
Well, moving forward, Dancing with the Stars host Brooke Burke talks about her comeback.
Right, she shocked everyone just a couple months ago by revealing that she had cancer. Since then, she's had surgery and is getting her life back to normal. Next, names in the news as we catch up on her story.
Hey, Mike, what are you up to?
Just diagramming this accident with my State Farm Pocket Agent app. You can also get a quote and pay your premium with this thing.
I thought State Farm didn't have all those apps.
Where'd you hear that?
The internet.
Names in the news now. Dancing with the Stars co-host Brooke Burke-Charvet shocked everyone just 2 months ago by revealing she had cancer. Since then, she's had surgery and is getting her life back to normal. ABC's Lara Spencer reports.
Her energy is infectious and her body seemingly flawless.
That's what we want.
Woo! She's best known as the vivacious co-host on Dancing with the Stars.
Good luck. Here's your scores.
But Brooke Burke had some other important results to deal with this year. In November, tests showed she had thyroid cancer. So the 41-year-old mother of 4 took to the web, chronicling her journey. She first posted this video titled "Cancer? Me?" on her Modern Mom blog.
I need to have thyroid surgery and have a thyroidectomy, which means that I'm going to have a nice big scar right here across my neck.
The surgery took place December 5th. The same day, Brooke tweeted this photo. "Last looks at my neck. Here we go." And not long after the operation, Brooke wrote, "I'm resting, recovering. Surgery went well. Feels like I got hit by a car." But just 1 week later, Brooke received a clean bill of health, sharing the news again on her blog. "The thyroid cancer has been removed from my body and all my lymph nodes are clear. I am feeling fantastic. Aside from a little scar, I am good to go." And now in the new year, Brooke is thankful for her health while looking forward to a new season of Dancing with the Stars and a bright future ahead with her family.
Good for her.
Yeah, it's great news, especially since she doesn't have to go through chemo, apparently.
Right, yep.
Very good news. We've got all new stories coming up next on ABC4 News at 4:30. Here's a whole new take on the term wedding crashers. A hot air balloon carrying newlyweds slams into the ground.
Plus, the alleged Colorado movie theater gunman, James Holmes, is back in court. Prosecutors are showing photos and videos in addition to 911 calls from the night of the shooting. We have the dramatic details.
And a terrifying attack. A man is in his garage. He comes eye to eye with a bobcat. There was a wrestling match. He survived. We'll tell you how.